We are live, ma'am.
Learning gives you creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. These are the words of great Professor APJ Abdul Kalam, and so apt since learning is the mother of invention. Good afternoon, our esteemed guests, our principal, my colleagues, and dear participants. Welcome to the valedictory session of 2-week refresher course in mathematics organized by TLC and Department of Mathematics, Ramanujan College. On the behalf of the organizing committee, I welcome one and all. We'll start with a report of the refresher course by the convener of the program, Dr. Rajesh Singh.
Thank you, Dr. Dipakshi. So, Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Rafchil from Dresden University of Technology, Germany. Guest of Honor, Professor Arun Kumar Bisham, Research Professor at Faculty of Natural Sciences, Mangsutu University of Technology, South Africa. Professor S.P. Agarwal, Principal, Ramanujan College and Director, Teaching Learning Center, fellow colleagues and dear participants. A very good afternoon and a hearty warm welcome to all of you in this valedictory session of 2 weeks refresher course. I hope everyone is keeping themselves safe and their loved ones also from this COVID pandemic. At the outset, as the convener of this 2-week refresher course, I am thankful to our distinguished guests, Professor Rafchil and Professor Arun Kumar Bisham, for agreeing to grace this gathering at such a short notice. I would also like to extend my hearty thanks to all our esteemed resource persons for accepting our request to deliver lecture and for enlightening the participants with their knowledge and expertise. I would also like to extend my special thanks to all the participants for registering in this course and attending it with plenty of eagerness and enthusiasm. It has been our pleasure to host all the participants of this 2-week refresher course in mathematics. I also take this opportunity to thank our principal, Professor S.P. Agarwal, and Teaching Learning Center for giving us the opportunity to organize this refresher course and for supporting us throughout in this endeavor. I am here to present a brief report of this refresher course and its success. To my understanding, any program is successful if the participants are able to grasp most of the knowledge, skill, or ideas imparted to them. In this refresher course, we had eminent and renowned resource persons from India and abroad and from reputed universities like IITs, ISIs, TIFRs, NITs, and many others. Looking at the feedbacks of the participants that we have received over the past 2 weeks and all the interactions that we had during the live sessions, I believe this refresher course is able to achieve its goal of being an igniting tool to impart quality education in mathematics. I hope this refresher course will motivate the participants to move towards quality teaching and research in the field of mathematics. Now I will present some figures and data related to this refresher course. Okay, so I'm here to present the report of this refresher course. So in total, we had received 603 registrations across 28 states and union territories of India. So this is the state-wise data of participation. So we received maximum number of registration from Tamil Nadu, which is 158. Then 74 registrations from Maharashtra, 49 registrations from Karnataka, 47 registrations from Haryana, 39 registrations from Kerala, 29 registrations from Telangana, and other registrations from rest of the states. So we had total 21 eminent and renowned resource persons from India and abroad. So we had 2 resource persons from abroad, Professor Rafchil, who is also the chief guest for today, from Dresden University of Technology, Germany. He talked on positive matrices and its application to economics. Then Professor Arun Bisham, he talked on, he's from Mangsutu University of Technology, Durban, South Africa. He talked on dynamical systems in cosmology. Then we had Professor K. Ramasubramaniam from Humanities and Social Sciences Department, IIT Bombay. He talked on ancient and Vedic Indian mathematics. Then Professor G.K. Srinivasan from Department of Mathematics, IIT Bombay. He talked on Fourier transforms and its applications. We also had a special session on Introduction to Python by Professor Balapraksha Rao from Department of Computer Science, NIT Warangal. Then Professor Venki Krishnan from Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Bangalore. He talked on applications of partial derivatives. Then Professor A.P. Singh from Department of Mathematics, Central University of Rajasthan. He talked on analytic functions, which he considered to be a very well-behaved functions. Then we had Professor S. Arumugam from Department of Mathematics, Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham. So he talked on protection in networks and how to protect them. Then we had Professor R.V. Bappat from Department of Mathematics, ISI Delhi. He introduced graph theory and talked about its application. Then we had Professor Sobha Bagai, Cluster Innovation Center, University of Delhi. She gave a special lecture on mathematics in the context of NEP 2020. Then Professor J.K. Prajapat from Department of Mathematics, Central University of Rajasthan. He talked on zeros of analytic functions. Then we had Professor Geeta Venkatraman from School of Liberal Studies, Ambedkar University, Delhi. She introduced group actions and then talked about its applications. Professor Ranjana Jain from Department of Mathematics, University of Delhi. She gave a lecture on research methodology in mathematics and plagiarism. Then Professor Neetu Kumari from School of Basic Sciences, IIT Mandi. She talked on mathematical models in ecology and entomology. Then Professor Sachi Srivastav, Department of Mathematics, University of Delhi. She elegantly introduced Hilbert spaces to the participants. Then Professor Ajit Kumar from Department of Mathematics, Institute of Chemical Technology, Mumbai. He talked on how the teaching methodology adopted in various MTTS programs. And he also introduced the participants to some of the softwares that one can use in mathematics. Then we had Professor Shashikant from India Meteorological Department, IMD, Ministry of Earth Sciences. He talked about the applications of mathematics in weather forecasting. Then we had 4 in-house resource persons, myself, Dr. Rajesh Singh from Department of Mathematics, Ramanujan College. Then we had Dr. Virendra Kumar from Department of Mathematics, Ramanujan College. He introduced the participant to the typesetting software LaTeX. Then we had Dr. Dipakshi Sharma from Department of Mathematics, Ramanujan College. She talked about the various web tools that one can utilize in mathematics. Then we had Professor Mr. Sayan Gupta from Department of Mathematics, Ramanujan College. He introduced the participants to the Tora software and also to the MATLAB software. So these are some of the highlights of this refresher course. So in total, we had 9 live sessions, 23 recorded sessions. So there were total 62 videos that we uploaded on the YouTube portal. And the total duration of all those videos is 38 hours, 49 minutes. Then we had day-wise portal-based discussion forum. And I was amazed to see that discussion that participants had on that forum. We had 10 quizzes and 2 assignments. And we also gave the participants 30 feedback forms for different sessions and live sessions. And from the feedback that we received from the participants, we have done some analysis, and let me present the feedback analysis of the participants. So we asked the participants to rate the content of each session from, so we gave them 5 options: excellent, very good, good, fair, and bad, then poor. So most of the participants, in fact, majority of the participants felt that the content for each session of the refresher course was ranging between good, very good, and excellent. In fact, almost every session received 90% of the voting in good, very good, and excellent. So same is the case for all the sessions that we conducted. We also asked the participants to rate their knowledge on the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, about their knowledge before attending that session, and the knowledge that after attending the session. So we calculated the day-wise knowledge of the participant, average day-wise knowledge of the participants. So we got this, that average knowledge before attending the session of the participants was 4.51 on the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. And after attending the session, it increased to 8.21. So we can see that there is a significant increase in the overall knowledge of the participants after attending this refresher course. We also asked the participants to give their feedback on the functioning of the learning management system, our LMS, math.rcmoocs.in, and almost 95% of the participants felt that the LMS was very good or excellent. We also asked the participants about the LMS being how user-friendly they found it, and majority of the participants agreed that the LMS was very user-friendly. Then we also asked the participants about the quality of resource persons that we had in this refresher course. And again, 98% of the participants felt that the resource persons were very good or excellent. We also asked the participant about the overall experience that they had with the organizing committee. And on the scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, 372 participants rated 5, and 98 participants rated it 4. So these are some of the positive feedbacks that we received from the participants. So one of the participants says that whole system of online course is new for me. I am really impressed on the organization and organizers of this course. I would like to attend one more course in future. Thank you for giving us an opportunity. Another participant writes that so many things I have learned from here, such as how to present a topic, how to attract students through online system, how to organize the program, etc. Another thing about this refresher course is that it is not time bound, and other than live sessions, and we can grab it any time of the day. We also asked the participants what new or different that they have learned in this refresher course, and many participants wrote that the history of mathematics, the lecture delivered by Professor K. Raman Subramaniam was new to them. And one of the participants writes, right from the first section on the contribution of Indian legends to the mathematics world, a session that gave us goosebumps to know the rich heritage. It's been a resounding 14-day period. So these are all the feedbacks that we received. Now about the certificate, that we will be releasing the certificate to the participants, to the successful participants within the next 15 days. And the process, we have already started the process and have circulated the Google form to all the participants. And we have received around 300 entries. I request other participants to complete the process so that we can go to the next step of this certification process. For attending this refresher course, Dr. Dipakshi, now you can take over.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have our academic and charismatic principal, Professor S.P. Agarwal, to address the guests and participants. Sir, welcome.
Thank you, Dipakshi. Good afternoon and welcome to the dignitaries and the participants who are with us in this valedictory function of a refresher course in mathematics, which was held in, since last 15 days. Our chief guest today, Professor Ralph Chill from Dresden University of Technology, Germany. Our guest of honor, Professor Arun Bhesham from Mangosta University of Technology, Durban, South Africa. All my colleagues from Department of Mathematics, Dr. Sumit, Megha, Dipakshi, Rajesh, Virendra, all the participants, once again, welcome on behalf of Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujan College, University of Delhi in this valedictory function. Friends, I will not speak much because this is a valedictory function and all of you are, kind of eager to get out of this, because you have been bored too much in last 15 days. but still we will hear our experts because they are the key to these programs. I'm glad that the report submitted by Dr. Rajesh is very, very exhaustive, that the participants liked the course and most of it was application oriented, or I can say skill oriented, because mathematics become very boring when it is only the concept. So that I always plead to the mathematicians that please make it application oriented, please make it understandable by non-mathematician also. So I think they are doing very good job, and the kind of topics they included and kind of resource person they have included is very good, and we have achieved what we wanted to achieve. I think this is a second program, in mathematics, because we always feel that in mathematics program, very few people join. But in the first course, which we held about 2-3 months back, I think more than 800, and today again 600 people. So that means the kind of quality our young faculty is organizing, that is the attracting the mathematician or the talent, because otherwise engaging so many participants at a time is really a challenge. So I'm really very satisfied that how our young mathematics department is doing its job. Another important thing which I was looking at, that you have discussed the NAP and the mathematics, which is a very good idea. And I'm sure that Professor Shobha Bagai must have talked to you or told you that mathematicians' role has increased in National Education Policy 2020 because of flexibility, interdisciplinarity, multidisciplinarity, and transdisciplinarity, because mathematicians are required in every discipline. So I think you as a mathematician need to pull your socks and must reach to each and every discipline and reach each and every department, rather than other departments coming to the mathematics that, okay, you teach us how to do application of mathematics in their discipline. So your role has been is more important in any discipline, whether it is humanities, whether it is sciences, pure sciences, because everywhere mathematicians are required, even medical science, because unless until you can do the studies, you can study the past, you cannot predict the future. So I think mathematicians' role is also important there. And as I said, another thing is that the application orientation of the mathematics and creating interest of mathematics among the non-mathematicians. So these are some of the important parameters which for which mathematicians need to look into besides doing the quality research, and that research should also be application oriented and society oriented, which can bring some new parameters or new things which can be used for general welfare of the public, whether it is in the area of medical science, or in the area of environment, or in the area of sustainable development, or in the area of economics, or in the area of ecosystem. So all these areas, the application is possible, and I'm sure that mathematicians or the young participants who have joined us will look into this and will do something great for the country. Another important point I will make, that which I always make, that in next 10 years technology will be used so much, whether it is in education, industry, or anywhere, that it will be unprecedented, and what you have not seen in last 100 years, you will see in next 10 years. So we will have to be very, very we have to orient ourselves towards the technology, as somebody said, that technology is the key for future generations. So we have to, similarly in education, we have to do in such a way, whether you talk of blended learning or ABC credits, which we are going to implement, that technology will play a key role and it will reach with the help of the technology. The reach will increase, whether we want to reach anywhere in the world or any corner of the country. So that is very, very important. So with this, once again, I welcome all of you and congratulate the participants for doing this course. And I'm sure in future also we will continue to do such courses which are useful for our teachers and our learners. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating words. Next, we have our guest of honor, Professor Arun Kumar Bisham from Mangosuthu University, South Africa. Professor Arun Kumar Bisham retired at the end of July 2018 as the Senior Professor in the Department of Mathematical Sciences, Faculty of Sciences and Agriculture at the University of Zululand. Currently, Professor Bisham is serving as the Research Professor at the Faculty of Natural Sciences, Mangosuthu University of Technology, South Africa, and the School of Mathematical Sciences, University of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. He is also visiting research professor at GLA University, Mathura, India. Professor Bisham obtained his PhD in 1988 in applied mathematics from the University of Cape Town. He has given over 200 invited talks all over the globe and has published around 200 research papers. He has referred articles for several prestigious international journals. Several students have completed their master's and doctoral degrees under his supervision. Professor Bisham is also guiding many postdoctoral fellows. He has received several awards: CSIR Doctoral Bursary in 1985, the University of Zululand Council and Senate Research Grant in 1992, Council Travel Grant in 1995, and the Council Research Grant in 1999 for research overseas. He has also served on the panel of the NRF that deals with the allocation of research grants in the mathematical sciences, as well as a panel for the allocation of master bursaries. His area of interest is general relativity, cosmology, relative astrophysics. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank you, Dr. Dipakshi, for that very nice introduction. Professor Agarwal, Principal, Ramanujan College, Dr. Prof. Chel, resource experts and in-house faculty, participants, students, and all others present. It indeed gives me a great pleasure and honor to say a few words on the occasion of this valedictory session of the refresher course. Unfortunately, due to my hectic schedule here and so many deadlines to meet, I could only attend a few of the really excellent formal sessions. However, I'm extremely happy that all of it has been loaded onto YouTube because I hope to catch up on some of them later. From my limited knowledge of the college, I can say for sure that the principal, Dr. Agarwal, Professor Agarwal, has indeed led the college to great heights over the last decade or so. It's now become an independent entity, offering many new courses and gaining a lot of accreditation. Also, the pictures that I've seen on the internet actually look very impressive. And I'm hoping that at some future stage, we can have a face-to-face conference or meeting. I also noticed that the maths department, though small, has a fairly wide range of interests, and they are fairly active in research. They participate in conferences, publish in accredited journals, and so forth. And also, I noticed that apart from the research side of things, Ramanujan College is also taking its teaching very seriously and has a well-functioning TLC. This refresher course had a wide list of many interesting topics, ranging from some very abstract maths to the very applied. And also, it included some talks related to computing software, etc. Because as Prof. Agarwal has pointed out, this is going to become increasingly more important in the future. And I was also very happy to see the videos on Vedic maths, because that is also something that I am interested in. And I do also try to dabble in Vedic cosmology at some times, but my limited or my lack of knowledge of Sanskrit is a hindrance there. So I have to look at translations. So in conclusion, I would like to congratulate Dr. Professor Agarwal, the Maths department, and the entire organizing team for a very well-run and successful refresher course. I know what it is to organize a conference, especially an online conference, because I've been involved in some of that myself. And especially, I must express my appreciation to Dr. Tripathi for having approached me and invited me to give this talk. And I think it's very important to have such courses regularly. And also this helps one to keep abreast of current developments and see what's going on elsewhere. So in conclusion, I would like to take this opportunity to wish the college well in future and hope that at some future stage, we can have a face-to-face conference and I can have the pleasure of visiting your next institution, visiting your institution during my next visit to India. It's just a pity that this COVID pandemic is hampering all these things. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Arun. It's very nice listening to you. And I have been to South Africa, especially Cape Town University. Once I attended a conference there, I think in 2018. So it's a wonderful place. Cape Town, I really liked. It's a lively place for international travelers. Thank you very much, and I'm sure that we are looking forward to this, opening up the institutions, and we will invite you to our institution as well. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. We are honored to have you. Next, we have our chief guest, Professor Ralph Chill. Professor Ralph Chill obtained his PhD from the University of Ulm and postdoc from the Université Pieté Marie Curie, Paris. He has also served as the research assistant at the University of Ulm. He joined as full professor at the Université Paul Versailles, Metz. Currently, he's serving as full professor at the Technische Universität Dresden, Germany. His research interest includes functional analysis, linear and nonlinear evolution equations, semigroups of operators, parabolic and hyperbolic partial differential equations. He has published books on the operator semigroups, meet complex analysis, harmonic analysis, and mathematical physics. Also on the gradient systems. He has peer-reviewed many research articles on analysis of the quasi-linear coupled magneto-quasi-static model. He has delivered many talks and special lectures across various reputed institutions. Thank you, sir. We request you to say a few words.
Thank you very much. So, dear Principal, Professor Agarwal, Dr. Singh, and all the organizing team of this refresher course, all the participants, students, and also, of course, all my colleagues in the team of speakers. It is an honor for me to be part in this team. I have to say, I'm from abroad, and to be asked to be part here is, of course, something very special. Of course, in the beginning, I was asking, what is this refresher course about and what should I teach? But I think now I see that everything fits very well together. You have seen very, very nice courses in many topics in mathematics, including analytic functions, for example. So theory of complex analysis, function analysis, Hilbert spaces, Fourier transforms, matrices, partial differential equations with their impact in transport equations, Laplace equation, heat equation, wave equation, ordinary differential equations, with applications to ecology, epidemiology, and also several courses on mathematical tools. In all the mathematical topics, I can see applications, some of which are already mentioned in the courses. And of course, part of mathematics today is driven or continues to be driven by applications. I would say even the abstract mathematics, if it is good mathematics, is driven by applications and has very often shown to be applicable later for real world problems. So this was mentioned by the principal that we should always try to look into this, and I think this refresher course can help. I mean, for partial differential equations, I mean, the transport or heat equation, the names of these equations already shows the problems in physics, but also in biology, chemistry, and even economics, that there are applications, and that's one of the success of the partial differential equations. But what have to do with number theory, and what has number theory to do with our credit card and when we go to a banking machine? That's also important, and there is a very strong relation. So how are these problems of number theory and analytic function theory related to one of the millennium problems? And also, why is then this millennium problem really one of the most important problems, or one of the 7 millennium problems in mathematics? As teachers, it might be difficult to really understand all these connections, but you should have to know that there are connections, that mathematics is really alive and is applied today. It is everywhere. But I mean, the question arises here, what is good mathematics? In one of the lectures, you have maybe heard of Professor Tao, who is one of the Fields medalists, and he wrote a paper with the question, what is good mathematics? And good mathematics is, of course, also what can be applied, but he mentions 21 different points in mathematics. What can be considered as good, and what is good is also a question of your personal taste. But good mathematics is not only application, important problems in physics, engineering, computer science, statistics. Good mathematics is also exposition, detailed and informative survey on a timely mathematical topic, or a clear and well-motivated argument. Good mathematics is also pedagogy, a lecture or writing style which enables others to learn and to do mathematics more effectively, or contributions to mathematical education. Good mathematics is also vision, a long-range and fruitful program or a set of conjectures. And many more. Actually, he doesn't stop with the 21st view, what could be good mathematics. There's a 22nd, which is just etc., etc. At the end of this article, he concludes that good mathematics is all of these. And I encourage you a lot to know about applications, because they are our motivation, and they are also our, somehow, the right somehow to do mathematics. But you should also transport good mathematics, to have a good style when you teach, and you should somehow transport the joy of doing mathematics. So I would like to add to applications something which was mentioned, I think, in the beginning of the course on analytic functions. This is a beautiful theory. It's just beautiful. And it has applications. So please, when you go to students, or even if, I don't know, if some of you go to school, or if you know school teachers, try to transport this. Mathematics is really alive, and it makes a lot of fun to do mathematics. And mathematics is today everywhere. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ralph. I think you substantiated what I wanted to say. See, I'm not a mathematician, but I always feel that mathematicians should be more live. They are important for everyone because it's a very rich area, and it has applications, as you said, everywhere. And you talked the concept of good mathematics and joy of doing mathematics. It's really great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure to have you as a resource person and also as a chief guest today. We'll now have the feedback by the participants. I request the participants to keep the feedback brief and within 2-3 minutes to honor the time foundation. First, we have
Dr. Very
Yes, ma'am, please go ahead, ma'am.
I am Dr. R.I. Assistant Professor of Mathematics, CBMA College, Prayag.
sorry, ma'am, but I guess we're using 2 instruments at a time.
Problem in a connection mein hai, you can continue with another one and then we can take her.
Okay, so we have Dr. Paras Uchat, Indian Institute of Teacher Education, Gandhinagar, Gujarat.
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon, one and all present over here. Myself, Dr. Paras Uchat, Assistant Professor at Indian Institute of Teacher Education, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. I'm very lucky enough to get the course professor course in mathematics, and I really congratulate the whole team of the organizing team, Dr. Rajesh Singh and all other members, to organizing such a wonderful and very fruitful refresher course. I really feel that I had refreshed because I had learned at my leisure time. So this time bound component is really matter. I'm not going to anywhere for the other refresher course, but this course gives me a lot of opportunity to study in my leisure time. So I really congratulate to all. And in future also we'll expect the similar kind of program from the Ramanujan College. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have Mr. Pankaj Kalra, Department of Mathematics, FLTM, SBP, Government Girls College, Rewari.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to interact with such galaxy of mathematicians present here. In the past, I've also done many offline courses, of course, orientation, refresher, FDPs. I also attended some online courses, webinars also. This is my first experience with Ramanujan College, and I have no hesitation to say that my experience was really, really wonderful. It was, of course, a self-paced course, which was very helpful for teachers as our teaching assignments were not affected, our other college affairs were not suffered, and also we were enriched with such knowledge. There were, of course, some quizzes, some assignments. The level was very, very good, and we enjoyed all the programs. The team of Ramanujan College was wonderful, not as a host, also as resource person also. Particularly, I liked the LaTeX lecture by Dr. Virender Kumar, Dr. Rajesh Singh, Art Software, Dr. Dipakshi itself was very good. Mr. Gupta, Sanyam Gupta, all the team. And I would like to say, Principal Agarwal sir, that sir, in this course, we are not at all bored, and we are ready to attend such course for more 2 weeks. If you can continue, we are ready to attend. And I assure Professor Chill also that, sir, we will try to teach good mathematics to our students. And really, this was from the core of my heart. I would like to say this was really wonderful experience, and I would like to associate with for some more courses to this college. Thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Team Ramanujan.
Thank you, Pankaj. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Pankaj sir. Next, we have Mr. Ashish Kumar, Aruna Asaf Ali Government PG College, Kalka, Haryana. Ashish sir, are you there? Okay. Next, we have Dr. Krishna Paradas, Department of Mathematics, Sarojini Naidu College for Women, Damdam, Kolkata.
Thank you, ma'am, to give me the opportunity for live feedback. I am very much fortunate to be a part of this refreshers course. First of all, I would say that this is a well-organized program. Next, I am personally benefited so many things. I don't know about Python, R program, Torah, etc. But I have learned a lot of this. I am typing in the LaTeX format with a bit of knowledge. But after this refresher course, I have taken a lot of things in my memory. And another thing, I would say that this refreshers course is not time bound. Only the live sessions are time bound. In my leisure time, I would take the lessons, and quizzes are all very good. And thank you once again. We will join future courses, but we are unfortunate to meet you personally in physically. But I think we will meet
very shortly. Very shortly.
Very shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dipakshi, you can take that first lady. I think she has joined back.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Dr. Das. We now have Dr. Rayane, Department of Mathematics, TBML College, Parayar, Tamil Nadu. Ma'am, you can speak now.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I deem it a great privilege to share my views about the refresher course in mathematics conducted by the Ramanujan College, New Delhi during 31st August to 14th September 2021. This course is highly informative, and we have learned many things about the recent trends in mathematics, mathematical softwares in teaching, which includes MATLAB software, Torah, R software, LaTeX, typesetting software, Python, etc. We also learned research methodology in mathematics, web tools of mathematics, and the importance of ResearchGate. Each session is really amazing. We enjoyed the video lectures delivered by nearly 21 resource persons of various parts of our country. Apart from this, I would like to tell one thing. We have the liberty to attend the course at any time without disturbing our academics. As a participant, I thank the organizing team of Ramanujan College, New Delhi for their nice organization of this program. Thanks for the opportunity given to me. Once again, I thank you, the organizing team, for organizing this particular program. Thank you. Thank you, Anand.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have our Srinivasan. He is from Department of Mathematics, Arun Chand, Manmool Jain College, Chennai.
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. I am R. Srinivasan from Department of Mathematics, AMJ, Agatsan Manmool Jain College, Chennai. So at the outset, I'd like to thank the organizing team for taking huge effort in organizing this refresher course amid this pandemic. The only feeling is that I cannot attend this course in online mode, in offline mode rather, as we are curtailed to various things. So I take this opportunity to thank every professor who has given us great lectures in mathematics, computer tools, and everything. As Professor Chill rightly pointed out, we will take this experience to the students in our college and will definitely see to it they put this experience to maximum use in future and bring the mathematics to the fore in this world. Thank you everyone for giving us the opportunity to attend this course and looking forward to attend many more in future. Thank you. Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Is there any other participant who is left? So with this, thank you so much for all the participants for giving your feedback. We'll now have the vote of thanks by the co-convener of the program, Dr. Virendra Singh.
Thank you, Dr. Deepak. Thank you so much. So, offering a vote of thanks is one of the most important and difficult tasks, as I feel. The word can sufficiently offer one's gratitude, but as a part of culture, I must do that. On behalf of the organizing committee, I, Dr. Virendra, offering my humble gratitude to our chief guest, Professor Rafjil, Dresden University of Technology, Germany. He was busy as he was preparing for an academic visit in India, but he kindly agreed and took time from his busy schedule and recorded lecture before his departure from Germany on a very important topic of positive matrices. Sir, having you here is a great honor for us. Thank you, sir, for your outstanding sessions and sparing your valuable time for us. Now, I would like to offer my gratitude and thanks to our chief guest, to our guest of honor, Professor Arun Bhesham, Mangosuthu University of Technology, Durban, South Africa. I have been associated with him before, and I found him very kind-hearted and very helpful in every aspect. We were in contact with him before as well to have him in our programs, but somehow we could not make it due to his busy schedule. This time, Professor Bhesham kindly took out time from his busy schedule, even with a short notice, and enlightened us with his talk on cosmology. Sir, your time-to-time association and inspiration are the real motivation for us to excel in research and academics. Sir, having you here is a great honor for us. Thank you, sir. My heartfelt thanks to our all resource persons across India and abroad who kindly agreed upon for sharing their expert knowledge with participants of the program. The energy comes from the energetic, and our principal is the source for our energy, inspiration in organizing such events. Sir, your able leadership, guidance, and confidence on us makes us to work hard and leave no stone unturned. Sir, your words, the personal success is one thing, but how organization and stakeholders are getting benefited is most important, have always been focus point for us. Thank you, sir, for your motivation, inspiration, and guidance. Thank you, sir. Thanks to TLC Director, Professor Agrawal, and Assistant Directors for approving this event with grants. Now, I would like to thank the convener, Dr. Rajesh Singh, teacher in charge, Mr. Pappu, and organizing members, Dr. Megha Agrawal, Dr. Sumit Nagpal, Mr. Rahul Singh, Dr. Deepakshi Sharma, Mr. Deepak Kumar, and Mr. Sanjam Gupta for their timely support and endeavors whenever we needed. Thanks to technical teams, Dr. Nikhil Rajput, Dr. Vipin Rathi, Mr. Ravi, for their all-around technical support. A special thanks to Ravi for his help and support in telecasting live on YouTube, the live sessions. Thanks to our TLC staff, Mr. Akhil, Mr. Prashant, Mr. Sanchit, and Mr. Vinod, who worked hard for the event and made it successful. Thanks to Ms. Nidhi Mathur for her valuable time and support whenever we needed. Thanks to Mr. Anil for his hard work in editing the video and uploading them on YouTube timely. Thanks to the students team, Ayush, Kapil, Arpit, Akhil, Ashish, Chavi, Lara, Shantanu, who also worked hard for data collection and help in promotion of this event. Now a big thanks to all participants across India. Your overwhelming response and participation in the event is really encouraging to us, and this makes every event successful. When the participants are learning and taking out the from the diverse topic covered, starting from Vedic mathematics to Python. Thanks again for joining this course. Thanks for your wonderful and valuable feedbacks. A special thanks to Dr. Sumit Nagpal for his exemplary guidance, work, and support. Finally, I would like to thank each and everyone who is directly or indirectly associated with this event. Thanks again. Dr. Dipakshi, please.
Thanks, Dr. Virendra Kumar. Ends are not bad things. They just mean that something else is about to begin. That there are many things that don't really end anyway. They just begin again and again. Some things like the process and joy of learning is never ending. With this, we conclude the valedictory session of the 2-week refresher course. We hope to see you all soon at our other events. Take care and keep learning.
Thank you, Dipakshi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all the guests. Thank you to Department of Mathematics. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.